Hi, boys and girls. Since today's Earth Day, I want to read a story about the importance of recycling. Do you know what it means to recycle? When we recycle, we can use something again and again. So let's read this story called Why Should I Recycle? Written by Jen Green and illustrated by Mike Gordon. Now remember, the author writes the story and the illustrator draws the pictures. Let's read. In my family, we recycle our garbage. We return things so they can be used again. We didn't always recycle. We used to throw everything away. On our way to school, we always pass Mr. Jones's house. Mr. Jones is our teacher. One day, we saw him putting a special box with cans, bottles, and paper by the gate. What are you doing? This box is for recycling. All these things are taken away and used again, said Mr. Jones. What's recycling? I'll explain it at school. In class, Mr. Jones asked us what we did with our trash. We put it in the trash can. It's just old garbage. Mr. Jones said garbage contained lots of useful things that can be recycled or used again. Why should I recycle? Mr. Jones took the class to a recycling center. It had separate containers for bottles, cans, plastic, clothes, and paper. What do you think happens to all the glass that goes in here? Asked Mr. Jones. It all gets broken down to make new shiny bottles. And guess what happens to all the cans that go in here? Asked Mr. Jones. They get melted down to make new metal things such as bikes and scooters. Wow! And what about the paper and plastic that goes in here and here? Asked Mr. Jones. The paper gets shredded and used to make new books and comics. All these things come from the garbage we just throw away? This plastic can be used to make all kinds of things, including clothes. You might be wearing some, said Mr. Jones. So why waste waste? Most of the garbage we put in the trash can get buried in dumps that spoil the countryside. It's good to recycle as much as you can, said Mr. Jones. So what else can we recycle? Oh, look at all that garbage. P.U. Clothes, books, and toys that you don't want can all be taken to the second-hand store, explained Mr. Jones. The food we buy at supermarkets come in packages that can often be used again. Don't waste waste, Mom! I told Mom and Dad about our trip to the recycling center. Now we buy recycled things at the stores. Recycled paper helps to save trees. We always recycled the plastic bags too. We brought our own bags, thanks. We also recycle everything at home. Fruit and vegetable peelings get recycled on our new compost heap. Compost is a good source to growing flowers and food. The compost helps my mom's prized vegetables to grow. Now we recycle so much garbage there's hardly anything to put in the can. Recycling is kind to nature, it saves money, and it's fun. So recycling is so important because it helps keep the earth clean. And since we live on earth, we want to always keep it nice and clean. So look around your house today and see if you can find anything that needs to be recycled. Happy Earth Day!